So Black Panther is the latest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's also directed by Ryan Coogler, who also directed Fruitvale Station and Creed. So Black Panther is set after the events of Captain America Civil War, where T'Challa, who is once again played by Chadwick Boseman, if you saw Civil War, you know what happened to his dad. Spoiler alert if you didn't see it, but his dad died in it. And T'Challa returns to Wakanda because he is next in line to be the king of Wakanda. However, it's going to be difficult for him to balance both being king and the Black Panther. So basically, that's all I can say about the plot. I don't want to go into too much details due to spoilers. So guys, let's get right into it. Black Panther is fantastic. I absolutely adored this movie. This movie was freaking awesome. Although it's not perfect, I still really enjoyed this movie. First of all, Chadwick Boseman is awesome as T'Challa, aka Black Panther. He is born to play this character. I honestly cannot imagine any other actor except him to play this role. He crushes it as this character. Across the board, all the performances in this movie are awesome. Martin Freeman reprises his character from Civil War in this movie. He's even more major in this movie. And Lupita Nyong'o plays T'Challa's sister. She's badass in this movie, and she's one of the best actresses working today. And another shout out I want to give is to Michael B. Jordan. He gives an excellent performance in this movie. So what really surprised me was Marvel usually has a track record of having weak villains in their movies, but there's been a few great ones, like for example, Loki, Ultron, Vulture, Ego, and Hela, and Killmonger, who is Michael B. Jordan's character in this movie. He joins those other villains as one of the best MCU villains ever. You understand Killmonger's motivation, and you understand why he's acting so evil. Like, the problem I had with the other MCU villains, like the ones that were weak, were they weren't given a specific motivation, and they just came off as these just boring villains that you just didn't care for. But Killmonger is a fantastic villain. He's right up there with Loki as one of the best MCU villains. Like, he's one of those villains who's really evil, but you feel affection for him, and he's a very emotional character. And without going into major details, how well does Black Panther fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, honestly, it worked really well. Like, honestly, at times, I actually forgot it was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why? Because it doesn't rely on references to the other MCU movies. Like, there's a few references there and there, but it comes at you so fast. And honestly, at times I was like, wait, this is set in the MCU? Wow. Because it doesn't have to rely on other MCU movies. Like, there's none of the Avengers characters comes out like, hey, remember me? I'm Iron Man. Yo, what up? It's not like that. It's just the way Black Panther is set in the MCU is great, and it doesn't have to rely on references. And I do have one issue with this movie. Just one. And that's the CGI. Okay, don't get me wrong. The CGI, for the most part, is great. It's well incorporated. However, it's spotty at some parts. Like, there's a couple of scenes that are set at a waterfall, and the background, you can tell is CGI. And sometimes I was like, yeah, that's CGI right there. For the most part, it's incorporated well. However, it's a few noticeable at some parts. But despite that one flaw, I still had a blast with Black Panther. I thought it was fantastic. And it is definitely one of the best Marvel movies. Is it my favorite in the MCU? No. My favorite is by far Guardians of the Galaxy. But Black Panther is definitely on that border. I give Black Panther an A. Alright guys, that's a wrap for my Black Panther review. And I have a question for you guys. Have you seen Black Panther? What did you think of it? Or what is your favorite movie that is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Whatever it is, just comment below. And if you want to see more of my videos, just be sure to subscribe.